Yep, I got it.
Oh yeah, we are recording. Well, amazing. Bree, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself to the people, tell us, your social handles, you have a
Yeah.
blog, spill the tea. Who are you?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Bree. I'm a digital nomad and adventure travel blogger behind Bucket List Bree. I currently live abroad. I'm in Guatemala now, but I've been in Mexico for the past 3 or so years. Van life a little bit, etc. So that's me in a nutshell.
You are so humble about all the amazing adventures that you've
No.
had in your life and do. You're like, yeah, I lived in Mexico and then I'm in Guatemala now,
You're
but
making
I'm
me
just Bree.
red.
Don't worry about it. I love it so much.
Well,
Well, Bree, when did you first start your blogging? And because if I'm not mistaken, like you have your Instagram, right? But your blogging
yeah.
is kind of your wheelhouse there that
Yeah.
you okay,
Mhm.
yeah. When did you first start your Insta and your blog?
Oh man, so I started like blogging to just kind of document my travels abroad when I first moved abroad to France in 2013. But my blog was far from anything professional then. And I think my Instagram started when I was living in Nepal in 2015. And again, it was just like the thing to do, start an Instagram and post like pictures that do not belong on Instagram. So, and yeah, and then I kept writing and blogging online while pursuing my master's. And so that took us to a few countries while I did my master's program. And then it came in 2018 when we moved to Mexico. I had the option to join the Peace Corps in Panama and continue my studies in humanitarian aid and etc. Or really like make something out of my blog because I had already been freelance writing for other blogs online as a part-time income. And it just occurred to me that, I don't need to like keep running away off to these, far off places and do all this humanitarian stuff that wasn't really fulfilling me as much as writing and traveling and just blogging in general was. So it was at the end, um, yeah, toward the end of 20, no, sorry, I'm getting messed up now. I think it was 2019 where I really turned things, like took my blog seriously, really kind of did a whole redesign, started pumping out articles for Mexico that I had just been sitting on for 1 to 2 years. And yeah, took everything and just kind of ran with it. So it's been like a year and a half, maybe 2 years now.
Wait, that's amazing. I didn't know all of those things about you. That's so cool. So
Yeah.
you've been living abroad for a while then and like hopping
Yeah.
around, right?
Yeah. For maybe like really full time since 2015. So this past 6 or 7 years, but I spent some like 14 months in France during my undergrad in 2013 to 2014. And now I just live abroad because, well, not just me, but my partner and I live abroad because it's the easiest way for us to stay together because we're not married. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing though. You're getting to see the world and so you have your blog that you're doing, you have your Instagram, which your Instagram profile, I mean, I don't think I told you this the first time I had spoke to you, but it is beautiful. I love the way that you edit everything. So kudos to you. And you mentioned that you were doing some freelance writing part-time to earn an
Yeah.
income. You have opportunities to do humanitarian work and things. Well, like what pushed the needle towards no, I'm going to take my blog seriously and start to actually monetize that? Because most folks
Yeah.
do opt to do part-time, jobs on the road so that they could travel and stuff. But what moved the needle for you? Why did you want to monetize everything?
So I actually started dabbling in affiliate blogging in 2015 at the
Mm.
same time. So I also have a cat blog that was inspired by our adopted kitty, Yoda, and who travels with us everywhere. And we were making money through affiliate marketing, sponsorships even, and display ads. And I was like, well, why am I not doing this with my travel blog? And that just kind of made me realize that I was sitting on so much experience and just knowledge about SEO. And I was like, there's really no reason why I can't grow my travel blog because I've grown 2 other blogs before. So that's kind of just what I think the foundation, like the confidence that it gave me to think that I can do this. And it kind of felt like I was already late to the game when I started in 2018, 2019. Like I saw everybody else growing these huge travel blogs, making huge money. And I was like, if I would have only just started in 2013, I wouldn't have to worry about this now. But yeah, it's just been a learning process. And it's been amazing to see, like, when I decided to pursue my travel blog professionally and full time, more part full time. I can't say full time specifically because I also still do freelance on the side. But yeah, when I started, it was just, I don't know. I lost my thought.
Oh no, that's totally, girl, I lose my thought all the time. You should see how
saying?
my brain works. Actually, half the
What
time I
was
don't
I
even think it's
saying?
working. But this makes sense though. It's like
Yes.
and you know what I do? You brought up a really good point too that I
Mhm.
think is worth kind of hitting a little bit more is, and let me know if you feel this way more so now, but a lot of times with the creative stuff too, especially like when Instagram first comes out or when people
Yeah.
first discover affiliate marketing and it becomes a thing, there's
Mhm.
always going to be like this FOMO of, really, is starting in 2019, is starting in 2020, is starting
Worth it.
2021, is that like even worth it? Can I even do
Yeah.
these things anymore? But
Mhm.
I think it's important to recognize that the opportunities that people have had because they started earlier than you, they're still on the table. That's not true for every single like
Yeah.
industry, but with the
Yeah.
freelance world, it's like it's almost just brings up, is that industry oversaturated? And in my opinion, it is not, because there
Yeah.
are at least like
Agree.
on my end, there's brand partnerships and such that I've seen other folks get previously that like I'm getting now. And it just takes time. And
Yeah.
sometimes
It
it's really
does.
difficult to understand that if you are
Mhm.
fresher to the game. And I feel like for you, you were able to see what other travel bloggers are doing. You have your cat blog, which I need to look at. That just is amazing. I don't have a cat, but still, I need to look at this. You've seen the opportunities that are possible, and you're still traveling now. No one's taking that
Yeah.
away from you. You're
Yeah.
able to keep growing your brand and stuff. And it's just like the more work you keep putting into it, the more opportunities you're going
Yeah.
to get. And no one can take away your unique voice. Like
Yeah.
nobody's going to write about Mexico and Guatemala the way that Brie is going to write about it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Especially like the story that you just told me of when you've been traveling, you're throwing these countries like France, Nepal, whatever, just throwing them at me. I'm like, whoa. I mean, like, again, nobody has like that exact
Right.
story, right?
Everyone's story is unique for sure.
Wow, there we
Yeah.
go. A little lesson for everyone. I love
No,
it.
but really, like, even if 100 people, 100 bloggers go to the same place, they're gonna have different experiences. So I don't know. I hope, yeah, for anyone thinking about starting a blog, you should definitely do it now. And yeah, because I want to start my YouTube and it's not too late. And I'm doing my blogging course actually. And yeah, there's just so many opportunities.
That is okay. Whoa. YouTube now. I'm like, no, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. But backing up a little bit, what made you want to invest in sponsored boot camp? And maybe what was like a hesitation that you had about doing this? Because you did already kind of have the recipe for success, I suppose. I don't know what else to call it, for your
Right.
blog,
Yeah.
seeing like your cat
Yeah.
blog. So yeah, what made you want to get into the program and join me and my crazy self?
Yes. Well, first of all, I love, like, well, not just like your profile, but the energy you gave off. And I found you, compared to like other programs, for example, someone who could just be relatable and to really care about your story. And so for me, when I wasn't decided to join the boot camp, there was I don't think there was really any hesitation because maybe it's just that, like, yeah, the hesitation I would say would be that I tend to do things as like a lone wolf. Like I want to do everything by myself. And so I was like, do I really need this? Because I have been doing this for a few years, but at the same time, I want to fill in my gaps of knowledge that I'm like not strong with, like negotiating and stuff. Like you can call me a huge pushover, but I hate conflict. And for me, even to like push back with an email and be like, no, actually pay me more or something feels like, a little tense. So I love the course because it does just that. Like, it fills in those areas where maybe I feel a little bit weaker on the influencer side, or yeah, just the nitty gritty. And that's, I think, the perfect reason to invest in a course is because you want to just keep learning. And when I admitted that, you don't know everything, you can do this for years and still learn. And actually, I could benefit from taking more courses. And it just kind of like let me go of the pressure a little bit of having to do everything and be an expert on every single thing in your business, because that is a lot, to be honest. And so, yeah, that would be my reasons for investing.
I love that so much. And you're not the only one. I feel like, and thank you for the compliments as well. I'm happy that you're in the program. We had like a one-on-one call early on too, and I feel like that took down some barriers for you as well, which was amazing to see. Um, yeah, investing you, and you know what, the lone wolf mentality, I think a lot of people try to say you can't do this on your own and you will never be successful, but like, I got to where I don't think that I've done anything super, super crazy, but to try humble Danny approach and has entered the
Yeah.
room. But I've done a lot of things on my own and figuring it out, but I just feel like sometimes investing in certain opportunities and programs for you gets you so much ROI
Yeah.
on your business, and it can get you there faster. That's
Yeah.
like the thing as well. So like everything is figure outable, right? But sometimes it's just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
if I want to,
It's that push. You
it's that
just,
push.
yeah.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
just,
Just, mm.
sometimes you just literally need someone to tell you. Because I've told myself 1,000 times, but literally when we met and we talked, and like you were, throwing out the possibilities of a course, and I was thinking like, I've thought about it, but do I have it in me to do it? And so now I'm building out my course, and it's, over the course of a year, I just realized I used course like 5 times. Sorry. Anyway, so over the length of a year, we shall say, it really builds up, all those small actions. I'll have a course hopefully in the next month, but gosh, I've been really sitting on it. YouTube, videos published, and it all takes time, but that's okay. And consistency is really key, and that is something that I've struggled with. So it's also been inspiring to see everybody a part of this group, share their wins and just show how consistency really pays off, because that is a big struggle of mine personally.
Oh no. Yeah, gosh, I remember that. No, no, I love hearing the things that you're doing, and it's especially inspiring because I remember like where you were. I honestly, I can't remember when we had one of our initial conversations, but it's so cool. You have just such this light about you now and the things that you're doing. And I know it's not easy, so I'm not trying to
Yeah.
downplay any of it,
Yeah.
but it's amazing to see where you're going, and that's
Thank
worth
you, dear.
celebrating.
Yes.
So I suppose that'd be a big win for you, is you're
Mhm.
starting to work on your own course, not to say course like
Yes.
7 times in here, but yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Like where did that come into play? We talked
Mhm.
a little bit about it on one of our coaching calls. So dive in,
Right.
girl, give us more deets.
Okay. So yeah, wins. Let's just like, I'm really excited about these past few months, like since we spoke, because I remember my blog was, I think I hadn't yet hit 10K, or I was about to. I think I just hit 10K on my blog, but now I'm about to hit 50K, which was my goal for the whole year. And I'm going to get there by June, hopefully. We'll see. I only have like 5,000 left to go, and it's so close to join Mediavine, because then it will really help with the income, and I can balance my work schedule a little bit more. So that is, I think, what I'm most proud of, because like for the whole past year, I've been like tunnel vision, like grow my blog, and then I can breathe a bit. And I think that's when that happens, and then I'm gonna feel a little bit more free to create, like just to share travels and behind the scenes adventures, I guess you could say, on YouTube. And with my blogging course, I had a few people just message me asking for advice and coaching, really. So I started coaching one-on-one with a girl and helped her start her blog, and now she's growing her blog and teaching her how to write and everything. So that's exciting, and that's kind of what pushed me to think, hey, there's a need for this. And I've been blogging for 5 years, so I know that I can be of help to others. And because there's a lot of things that you just don't know in the beginning of blogging, and so I'm excited for that journey as well. And it'll be like my first e-product too, so that's exciting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Important.
Yes.
Okay. First, congrats on the blog sessions. That's
Thank you.
huge. Like, that's a really big win. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So
Super. Thank
like
you.
I realized that I kept throwing like, oh, one-on-one call with you, but people are like, what does that even mean? So
Yeah.
initially, just to back up a little bit, I was doing some one-on-one call with students, and then I transferred that over to 2 group coaching calls a month. So like that's kind of that's like the format that this is taken on right now. But basically, when you and I had our call, we were talking about your blog sessions, and then I had asked you if you had considered making some sort of e-product, because like in order to expand your income, having that cushion is really important. And now look at you being a badass. You're doing your blog course. That is amazing.
Yeah, gosh, it's scary though. I feel like I'm exposing myself with this, but yeah, I think it'll be good.
You're already 10 steps ahead. So don't even feel like you're exposing yourself.
Yeah.
Like you are doing just fine. You are doing just
Oh,
fine. Seriously. So just keep going, take over, like ride that wave, girl, jump on your
yeah,
surfboard and just don't get off of it
yeah.
until you like crash onto the shoreline. You're like, oh, okay, I made it back home. That's great. So
Yeah.
no, amazing. So then aside from your blog course, where in
Yeah.
your mentoring and stuff, where are you kind of on your influencer journey now? You want to do a YouTube? I know that you still have some traveling, like in hindsight set, but
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
tell us more about it.
I don't know. I think by the end of this year, I could be making a full-time income from my blog, which would be, wow, it would just be amazing to just like finally like let free. I mean, I enjoy freelancing for others, but it's not like working on your own biz. So that is super exciting. And I think I'm just feeling a little bit more open to, in the past when I've done the sponsorships that I have done, it's really just about asking and just having just that drive to just ask. Like you never know. And so I think I'm going to pursue that kind of, I don't know if you could say confidence or mentality or even a strategy this year, but to reach out to more tourism boards. Hopefully we'll see about getting a few this summer, but we'll see. That's a work in progress. And yeah, I just enjoy the process, and TikTok's been great. I've been growing on there slowly but surely, and it's a little bit more like freeing creatively than Instagram. So I had like my first video almost reach 100K, and it was just exciting to see just, that happen. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm really banking on the fact that I can earn a full-time income, excuse me, from this, and then just keep growing. Just let YouTube be complementary to my blog and really just grow the blog to new heights. So
Amazing. I love it. I want to ask you too, because I don't think I had before, but when you were thinking about joining the sponsor bootcamp program, what exactly were you looking for? And then what was like your biggest takeaway from the
okay.
program?
That's hard. So I get a lot of anxiety around creating and stuff. And when I found the course, it just felt like I needed direction and that I needed um, maybe to like, you had a lot of experience working with brands and all the stuff like you were mentioning in one of the lessons, triggers for negotiating for like a better deal and stuff. And those triggers are stuff that you just might not think about, like whitelisting. I had never considered that. And I think it actually happened to me once for my cat blog, like just way undercharging. And so I just wanted to not compare myself, but to have a structure to refer to that was, this is like, legit, the deal or like the templates that you offer, just to help you get a starting point or a reference point, I should say, about like what is acceptable, what we should, our standards that we should uphold ourselves to, etc. And so that's what made me really think, okay, this investment is worthwhile, and it has been. And so my takeaway, yeah, I would say the community, the personal experiences that you offer through your templates, like your emails, like you copy paste, like this is literally the conversation I had. So that's really helpful because that's what helps someone like a blogger or someone influencer, Instagrammer know kind of not to get, not scammed, but what's lack of a better word, maybe taken advantage of, or you just want to have your work be valued. And so this is really important in the course. And yeah, the community factor as well, to get inspired by what other people are doing. And it kind of motivates you to, okay, I need to get my butt into gear. I need to do outreach, or, just to share in the process as well. So I hope that was.
No, that was, I love that. I love everything that you're saying, and the community factor is so important. Just, we had a conversation before recording just about how doing freelance stuff, sometimes it's lonely, and not everybody in your circle is a freelancer, right? So they're not always going to understand the trials and tribulations that you go through, or why it's a big deal that this brand chose to whitelist your stuff, or it's like, what does that even mean? But I'm happy that community served you in a way, and that you are getting something from it. I'm genuinely very, very happy for you and the things that you're accomplishing and doing. I think it's amazing. And I always, you and all the other students too, wish nothing but the best for you. And it's just cool to see you chipping away, like you're going at it. I mean, the momentum, you got it. Everybody has like ups and downs days or whatever, but you're staying true to your path, and that is so important. And now look at you can, after we hop off, maybe you can pour yourself a glass of wine, or I don't know, get something.
What time is it in Arizona?
Oh, it's like it's 11 a.m. So I don't know, but anyways, you could just like, I'm sorry if it's so early in the morning over there, but whatever.
No,
you pour yourself a glass.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Noon. It's time for a drink.
That's
lunch.
Okay. Yeah, a little lunch drink, maybe like, I don't know, some sort of mimosa or something, or some Antigua special, something.
Orange juice, so
there you go. You're like, okay, Danny, I could kind of make this work. And you just take time to celebrate all the amazing things that you're doing, because this listicle that you have going on of accomplishments, I think it's worthwhile, and they're not small by any means, and even the small ones are just as important. So snaps and cheers to you all around. Well, to sort of cap things off, what is the advice that you would give somebody wanting to get started on this path and wanting to hustle away at their influencer biz?
Yes. Okay. Ooh, let me dish out some gold. No.
She's like, get your mining hats on, kiddos. Here we go.
I don't know. It's probably going to be too simple, but I would really just say, like, I get some messages like, Bree, when did you know that you were ready to be a digital nomad? And I was like, well, it just kind of happened. Like, I would recommend people just to really tell yourself to get out of your own way, because that's like the number one thing that stops me from pursuing my biz goals and dreams, is because it's me, nobody else, just my fears, my anxieties and stuff. So I would just recommend you, if possible, just to step aside and really just actively pursue like tiny steps if necessary to just go for it. And if you have to make a list, or if investing in a course is what's going to help you get there, then just do it. Don't worry about the money or the time it's going to take to get there, because that's what's necessary. You can't
That
build
was
up
good.
overnight. So yeah, was it okay? It was like silver, it was gold level.
Was that what sort of Olympic medal did that get me? It just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, Bree, seriously, you are the humblest person I know. That
No.
was good.
I'm
That's
just,
actually advice
yeah,
that I wish somebody would have given me a long time ago, is to get out of your own way,
get out of the
because
way. Yeah. Just
you
get out
will
of the way.
be the biggest hindrance in your own
Yep.
business, and that's especially true when you're a freelancer. Let's just actually let's take away freelancer, because sometimes I feel like that
Yeah.
resonates with like struggle bus or whatever, but no, when you're an entrepreneur, there you
Yeah.
go. Fancy Shark Tank terms here now.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the biggest thing that always holds you back from accomplishing
Yeah.
stuff. And that goes down to so many things, whether it's comparing yourself to what others are doing,
Right.
or
Comparing
just
peace
not
with
being able to
joy.
make decisions that are right for you. Yeah, it's just get out of your way, because
Yeah.
guess what?
Mhm.
Other people are trying to get out of their way. Nobody else
Mhm.
cares as much about your
Yeah.
business like you do. So just
Yeah.
get out of your way.
Right. I have to remind myself of that too. Like, just nobody really cares that much about what you're doing. Like, you don't have to stress about what people are thinking about you, because I do a lot.
Mhm.
And so I'm just, yeah, just stop worrying and just go for it.
I
Because
agree.
yeah, it's there. It's there if you want it. In fact, you probably already have it if you want it, you know?
Look at you. You're going to be such a great mentor for other folks. I love
Oh,
it. You're
not
speaking
like
in
you,
such
but
high
thank you.
level terms. This is so, so good. Well, Bree, why don't you
Yes.
go ahead and tell everyone
Yeah.
where to find you? Remind them
Yes.
again, please.
Okay. It's easy peasy. It's just Bucket List Bree. So my blog and all my social handles are the same, bucketlistbree.com or at Bucket List Bree. And thank you for
Yay! Well, thank you everyone for watching this interview. I'm going to stop the recording now, and thank you, Bree. You're an
yes, thank you,
amazing
Fanny.
beacon of light.
Oh, thanks, girl.